believe we have a choice in this world about how to tell sad stories. On the one hand, you can sugarcoat it, and nothing is too messed up that can't be fixed with a Peter Gabriel song. I like that version as much as the next girl does. It's just not the truth.
Hi, I'm Ellie, Holland from the Fan Carpet, and we're here tonight at the Mayfair Hotel in London at the UK premiere of The Fault in Our Stars.
I really like the fact that he's that well-rounded, and that he starts off in a place of strength. He starts off as Augustus, and then he ends the story as Gus in a place of weakness. And that's interesting to play, because very often characters start from weakness and go to strength. Also, with the whole, how Gus is obsessed with being remembered, and how he wants to leave his mark on the world, and through Hazel he learns that might not be that important. So anytime a character has a lesson to learn, and you can translate that throughout the movie, it's a good character to play.
I mean, I met with real cancer patients, but I also met with a guy named Ethan who went blind when he was 19, and he got dumped when he was 19, so it was a lot like my character. And he helped me out technically. I just watched him and got a lot from him. And then also emotionally, he was really had an edge. But, he was angry, but he was also really funny. And I actually emailed him a couple weeks ago, and I said, you meant so much to me, man. Filming those 2 days ago meant the world to me. I want you to see the movie. And he emailed me back saying, I don't remember you. I met with a lot of actors, but thank you. I was like, well, I guess, you meant more to me than I meant to you, but, it's still a great guy. Yeah.
They did such a beautiful, beautiful adaptation that it does stay true to John's book, but reading the book just gave me that much more of an experience of the John Green love affair that so many of us are feeling. And I immediately wanted to be part of it.
Yeah, I was familiar with it, and that's kind of why I shied away. It's quite close to home, so I just kind of wanted to, I don't know, it's quite scary. I mean, it's a subject that isn't really spoke about much, so I think it's good that a lot of younger people are going to be able to see it.
I haven't. I was just saying that. I'm going on holiday next month, so I'm thinking I might have to pick up the book and read.
Invest in the book.
It's naughty doing it in reverse. I don't like doing that. You have to do it the right way round.
Yeah, I think you always have to read the book, then see the film, because sometimes they change things in the film, and
they cut out good bits.
Yeah, that is true.
So, I'll be naughty. But then again, if I really love the film, I'll love reading the book.
Yeah, definitely.
Firstly, and most importantly, I think, I want to just make him a regular kid. I wasn't going to play the disease or make him all about his cancer, but at the same time, I had to be educated on it and know what he had been through and what he is, exactly. So, but most kids, almost all, are just regular kids who just happen to have cancer. You wouldn't even know. Like all the kids in our support group in our movie had cancer. You wouldn't even know that. You think, oh, they're just because maybe they're actors, because there's not a real difference, So that's what's important to us, to bring these kids to life in a real way.
It's always hard to say, but I hope we all brought our hearts wide open, feeling great empathy for everyone's pain, what everyone walks through, how we can all learn to be grateful, and particularly parents who deal with the unimaginable. I just tried to bring my own unparalleled love of children, and also I think grappling with how to stay true to being grateful in life, which is easy to lose and then gain back over and over again.
I mean, it was everything. I think we really just wanted to protect the book. The book had so much integrity, and we didn't want to make a movie that was melodramatic or cheesy, and that was just by making the characters not all about their cancer, to make them full people who just happen to have cancer.
Just music and film. It's definitely my thing. I'm a fan.
What kind of films and what kind of music?
I love lots of British films, actually. I really love... I'm such a girl. I love Richard Curtis as well. So, lots of his films. I mean, I'm sure this is going to completely blow me away, but I saw a film recently called Philomena, which I absolutely loved. And I just love kind of things that have been shot really beautifully, and just good music going with film. I just love how everything comes together and how actors work, really. I think it's really inspiring.
I think the greatest shortcut for us, if you will, is we felt like best friends quite immediately, and John Green establishes a mother-daughter relationship that is like we're peers and like we're best buddies, not a traditional mother-daughter, and I think it's what most progressive parents long for with their children now. So I think it's a great movie to share between parents and their teenagers particularly, because it's a new generational experience.
A huge responsibility, because this is such an important story to so many people, you know, and important to me as well. I read the book before doing this movie, and I loved it so much, and I also wanted to do it justice, and I really didn't want to mess Augustus Boilers up.
I did. I got a lot of "why aren't you blonde" tweets, you know, from people asking me why I wasn't blonde, because my character's supposed to be blonde. But once we started making John Green happy, you know, he was really happy with what was happening. We thought that everybody else would be happy.
From set, my favorite moment is John Green. John Green was there most of the time, and every time we would finish a scene, he would jump up from his chair and hug us, cry, laugh. He was the greatest cheerleader anybody could ever want. So just his face is my favorite memory.
No, this is a great moment. Being in the boat in Amsterdam, going down the river, going down a canal with Shailene, cameraman, our director, and John Green was in the boat too. And there was just like, wow, this is where this has taken me. I'm in a boat in Amsterdam shooting a movie. This is incredible.
I would say doing the egg scene was really fun. I got to throw eggs at a car, and also like doing the eulogies at the end was really emotional and great.
How was it having an unseen daughter go through cancer? And of course, being a mum yourself, it must have been a roller coaster.
Well, you know, more than being a mother myself, the roller coaster is being aware that there are parents all over the world dealing with this experience right now. In America, 1 out of 3 people have cancer. I know here in England it's 1 out of 4, and these are horrific statistics. But what it reminds us is there's a reason we all are deeply moved by the film. As John Green says, pain demands to be felt. And whether it's heartbreak or the fact that almost all of us have had an experience of cancer with a loved one, a friend, a family member, we're all going through this. It is inescapable to know this kind of fear and grief. And also we have to find gratitude in our lives for what we do have. So he really is a great teacher. There's great wisdom in the movie that I'm excited to learn from. So I keep watching it, trying to learn some lessons and see if I can hold on to them.
What's coming up for you? And are you going to collaborate with anyone interesting?
I want to just collaborate with everybody. But no, I mean, I'm collaborating with a guy called Luke Potashnik, who's in a band called Temperance Movement, and I'm making an album with him, so I guess the whole thing is a collaboration. But I definitely want to do some sort of duet or feature with a male singer at some point. And
maybe Passenger?
Yeah, I know, I was just saying that earlier. I mean, I'd love to maybe work with him or someone of that vein. Yeah.
That would be really good.
What's next for me? Well, I'm still at university, but I'm doing the next season of Making Chelsea, so that'll be fun. We start filming in July, and that takes us through right till the Christmas special. So that's me booked up until end of December, which is quite exciting. But
that's really exciting.
I'm all over the place. So I've got loads of uni work, and we've got filming and stuff, but it is exciting.
Can you tell us a bit about working with the rest of the cast?
It was unbelievable. I mean, I've been a huge fan of Shailene Woodley's for years, since The Descendants, and I think she's just a brilliant actress. And Ansel and I had known each other from New York, and we got to finally work together, and we lived right next to each other, and we got into a lot of trouble together. And then, you know, Willem Dafoe is amazing. Laura Dern is an unbelievable actress and a great person, and Sam Trammell's cool, awesome, and so, you know, it sounds like I'm just like, that I have to say that, and I do, but it's totally true. And, you know, on a lot of movies you don't love the people you're working with, but I love them as actors and as people.
How did you become involved with John Green?
Well, through the movie. You know, I auditioned as an actor, and then once I got cast, then John and I became really close friends, and it was awesome that he was around and contributing to the making of the movie.
You know, somebody came up to me after the movie and said, after I saw this movie, I called everybody I loved, and I told them that I loved them. I said, oh, that's perfect. And that's kind of what I got from it, is that it really is, you know, in the most dire and tragic circumstances, there is hope and there is love.
I'm really, really excited to see the film. I've kind of shied away from the book, being scared I'm going to cry at everything. So, yeah, I'm excited to finally see it.
You know, when everyone's crying, shows it is a good film, doesn't it, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
So, be on the lookout for some tears.
Well, all I can say is that everyone who worked on it, is a huge fan of the book and John Green. So we share the same feeling they did, which is wanting to be fierce protectors of these characters and of John and his story. And the greatest joy we feel is that John Green really feels that it stayed true to his book and that he's very happy with the film, and so hopefully they'll feel the same way.
That's it from us, but remember to follow us on Twitter. See you next time.
It's a good life, Hazel Grace.
Okay.